Hi, I'm Emme Hall and welcome to today's episode of RoadflyTV. This week I have got my German on, with a very bad German accent. But I've got this, the 2012 Mercedes-Benz C250. Now Mercedes-Benz has got the BMW 3 Series directly in its sights with this car, which is made specifically for the US market. And the base price of this car is just over $37,000, and Mercedes-Benz is calling it the gateway to the brand. The C250's got a few elements that distinguish it from any other Mercedes-Benz in the lineup, including the C-shaped LED headlights and taillights. Now, while there haven't been a ton of changes to the body of the car, it still retains an athletic look while at the same time defining luxury. A lot of thought's been given to aerodynamics in the design of this car, with the air intakes in front and a curvy side sill. And of course, the unmistakable three-pointed star is front and center of the bold grille. Our test model comes with the optional 18-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels, and we've got different sizes here. In the front, it's wrapped in Continental rubber 225/40, and in the rear, 255/35s. Under the hood, Mercedes-Benz has given us a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine. Let me repeat that, a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine. But it's turbocharged! So you're gonna get 201 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque. Now this car is putting powers to the rear wheel via a 7-speed automatic transmission, and no, a manual is not an option. Boo, 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 game over. Now in the trunk, you've got about 11.7 cubic feet of space. Now that's enough for 2 laundry baskets, but I wanna go for 3, so let me see what I can do. Oh man! Sorry, I can only do whole numbers, but I am willing to say that this gets a trademark laundry basket rating of 2 with some room to spare. But I can fold these rear seats down, so I just do a little flippy and a little floppy, come around here, put these seats down, and they're 60/40, oh, hang on, configuration. Then I can bring my laundry baskets back around, because this sill here is pretty deep and I can't push them all the way forward. So let me see. There we go. 1, 2. So I'm gonna say a trademark laundry basket rating of 4. Just because the outside of this car hasn't changed much doesn't mean that they haven't done a lot to the interior. Gone is that kind of plasticky feeling from last year. I really like the interior color scheme here with the dark, with the contrasting silver. I love things that are contrasty. I think it works really well in here. The instrument cluster has been redesigned and it's really easy to read. It looks great. There is a 7-inch navigation screen, which is bigger than last year's model. Everything is controlled here by this little knob. And while there's not a lot of graphics on the navigation, the interface is pretty easy to read and it's really simple. You've also got a nice thick steering wheel here that's multifunctional. The only problem that I had with it was that I was often trying to get my turn signals to go and instead I would hit the cruise control lever. So that takes a little bit of getting used to as well. And of course you've got all your regular things that you come to expect with a new car, like Bluetooth, iPod connectivity, Sirius satellite radio, and this car's got a Logic 7 surround sound system. And of course I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this awesome panoramic glass roof here. It's really great because it gives a feeling of openness and airiness to the people in the front and in the rear, and there's a sunroof, holla! Look, it opens so wide. I love it. Now this is a 4-passenger coupe, and sometimes getting in and out of a coupe can be a little difficult, so let's see. Ooh, gotta go butt first. And then the driver's side will come back electronically. Now, this is for my driving position at 5'9". I've got pretty much a lot of room here, and I've got enough room for my head. So all in all, the seats are a little difficult to get in and out of, but once you're back here, they're pretty comfortable. Now, when you first turn this car on, it does default to the eco mode, and that's just fine if you're just doinking around in traffic or maybe you don't want to get anywhere too quickly. It does help you get an EPA fuel rating of 21 in the city and 31 out on the highway, but I dare you to have any fun in that eco mode. In fact, I triple dog dare you to have some fun in that eco mode. You really do need to drive this car in sport. But even with the car in sport, the turbo lag is, well, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of like you're not even in control of the car, like it's some kind of petulant teenager who's saying, oh, whatever I feel like doing, gosh. But when that turbo lag does kick in, the engine gives you a nice satisfying growl, and it will get you from 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds. The steering is nicely weighted and it's pretty communicative through a hydraulically boosted rack and pinion system. You've got a couple of different suspension setups up here. In the front, you have a three-way independent suspension system with a stabilizer bar, and in the rear you've got a multi-link system with a stabilizer bar. So all of those things combined means that it gives you kind of a fun ride. I mean, it's not the stickiest thing in the corners because it is rear-wheel drive, but you are going to have a little bit of fun tossing this car through the twisties. Now, one of the cool safety features of this car, in addition to your standard ABS, traction control, brake assist, and all of those types of things, is what's called the attention assist. Now that monitors over 70 different parameters of your driving style when you first get in the car, so that then if you deviate from those driving styles, it's going to give you an audible and a visual cue that something is wrong. Now, I didn't fall asleep while I was driving this car this week, so I can't really tell you how awesome it works, but it is a really great innovative piece of technology and it's exclusive to Mercedes-Benz. So what's the takeaway? Well, a short time ago, in a galaxy really, really close, you couldn't even talk about a Mercedes-Benz C-Class in the same breath as a BMW 3 Series or even the Audi A5. But our test model here, with the Agility, Premium, and Command packages, comes in at about $44,500. So if you're looking for an entry-level coupe, you really do owe it to yourself to test drive the 2012 Mercedes-Benz C250. In the end, it's probably going to come down to personal taste, but if Mercedes-Benz continues on this self-improvement path, who knows? In the future, the choice might just be a no-brainer. That's it for this week. I'm Emme Hall. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Emme Hall, and welcome to today's episode. Was it popping and locking? Now this driver's side chair, I'm sorry. So in the trunk, you've got about 11 cubic feet of space. 11 point. I am not an animal.